Hi, my name is Desiree Butler. I'm coming to you today on behalf of Pillow Talk of Birth to talk about Shay Mitchell. She's pregnant. Congratulations to her and her family. Matt, they are expecting. Shay does a vlog on YouTube, and on this episode, she talks about the different birthing options and some information. So I'm going to do a reaction video of Shay Mitchell's birth vlog. So, and I'm going to provide you with tips and education and options that you may not know that you had available to you during your birth journey. So, let's watch.
Morning 265 of me not sleeping.
She just told me that. She looked up what hemorrhoids look like.
It was terrifying. Sometimes it happens
Hemorrhoids.
after the labor when you push. Like, remember when I thought that I was big before?
It's crazy.
She looks beautiful, by the way.
They can happen in labor if you don't feel anything.
You're not the one giving birth, okay? Calibrating.
So let's just talk about this. Hemorrhoids. Hemorrhoids is actually very common in birth, and as Matt has stated, which I am very surprised, and kudos to Matt for actually knowing that that's very true. Hemorrhoids are common, but they don't have to be common. They are common because a lot of times when women receive epidurals, they tend to push. When you go to the bathroom, does anybody tell you how to push anything out of you? No, because you naturally know how to do it. Birth is the same thing. And understanding that and know that you have different options other than an epidural that can provide you the same type of relief is amazing. So, yes, hemorrhoids do happen during birth, but they're not common if mother-led positions, mother-led pushing, and like Matt said, if you can feel what's going on.
I'm holding the phone though, Matt. Like, this is adding extra weight.
Girl, you skinty.
Okay, well, 168.8.
I weigh 160. I don't know what I weigh right now, but I'm close to that weight right now, and I'm not pregnant, so you look good.
Or potentially.
Giving birth without an epidural or a couple of hemorrhoids. I'm gonna take the hemorrhoids.
Why, honey? You can. I know the thing is you work out.
Matt,
No pain, no gain.
it's not.
You can handle it.
Yes, I feel.
So giving birth without an epidural. Let's just talk about what an epidural is. An epidural is a narcotic, that synthetic drug that goes into the epidural space of your spine. And what it does is that it numbs you from the waist down. Waist now though? Okay, cool. Waist down. And so you don't feel anything. And so, is there other options? Yes! Do you have to do an epidural? Is birth painful? If you watch, birth is not painful for everybody. It's this common misconception in our society that birth needs to be numbed. When you get hurt or you fall or something's wrong with you in your body, do you numb that pain? Normally, it's an alert to tell you that, hey, maybe you need to do something different. You have options. Epidural is not your only option. Water births. They are amazing. They're called the midwives epidurals. They were epidurals before epidural even got the name epidural. Told you. All right, let's watch some more. I'm going to talk to you some more when I'm ready.
Great. You know why? Because I have my cocoa butter and I put it everywhere.
I do not like cocoa butter.
You can't see right now because I use you as a healing pillow. What about when it's like, wham, 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 wham. I'm so hungry. But we have to leave soon because I do not want to be late for that baby basics class. Matt,
Baby basics class.
in there?
You make it the best, though.
I'm thirsty.
No, I don't.
If you didn't make it the best, I'd make my own.
You're such a liar.
I do. The way you
I
made this, like, incredible.
honestly realized something. The reason why I love spicy sauce so much isn't even because I like the spice so much. It's if I make it spicy enough, then no one else can eat it.
Okay, can I have some now?
That sounds like something I would say.
So much yours.
I can't wait till one class.
If I make it spicy, nobody can eat it.
I'll talk about partnership all day long. I'll talk about how I make enough noodles for both of us, so you just have to get them out of the fridge.
What is this class? Do you know anything about it?
I think there's diaper changing, which we both could use a lesson in.
It can't be rocket science.
So you know how to change a diaper? Has anybody ever had a child before learning how to change their first diaper?
We're getting refresher courses.
We're talking about diapers.
Yeah, I don't really think diapers change.
And I don't want to ever say this, but I'm going to say this. You never know when you could go to the hospital, truly. So I'd rather be prepared a little bit since we have nothing else that's prepared.
Okay.
What do you think you need to be prepared for in birth? That's a great question.
Ugh, God.
She's slaying this pregnancy.
It's so hot. What would I do without
I
air
aspire
conditioning?
to be with like you. Slay.
Oh, this feels so good.
Such a beautiful day.
Oh. That is getting harder and harder.
Stay active, girl.
Hi, I'm
The pump station in maternity. I think that's what that said.
These are the exercises I'm supposed to be doing
Trying
right
to tell
now.
you that. Yeah.
She's bouncing on the ball. Yes. Let's talk about that. Please, please, if you can hear me, if you are watching, I need you to stay active. Like, being active, they have active labor. Did you know there's such thing called being active, they have active labor. Did you know there's such thing called active labor? Yeah. So being active will require you to be able to be active during your pregnancy so that you can actively participate in your labor. So yeah, get your bounce on. I mean, and it's also good for you, period. I mean, who doesn't want to stay extra little healthy? It also helps you drop off some of the baby weight too.
You gotta loosen
This
up
one's
your
not
hips too.
My balance
Loosen
is
them
fantastic,
hips.
actually.
Try putting 30 pounds on your stomach. It kind of
Give me
throws
some
the
weight.
balance off.
Oh, oh, oh.
Please watch out. I can do it. It's like he's so competitive. He just picked up this baby and said, this is the size that comes out. No, this is obviously a little bit bigger than what's coming out. Am I right?
A little bit bigger. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about how baby looks when they come out. But if you have a long baby, that's like, I would say 20 inches. Some babies are born at 20 inches.
Yeah.
So, let me show you some.
Okay, so yes, babies do come out 21 inches and whatever else length. But let's just take a step and just think about this realistically. Your body would not make a baby that's too big for you to pass through. Speaking statistically, that's about 1 to 2% common where baby gets stuck. And it normally happens in the hospital when you have active management and you aren't naturally able to get in the positions that your body is telling you you need in order to safely deliver the baby. As well as, I just want to note that, yes, babies can be 10 and 11 pounds, but 30% of the baby's blood in their body goes back to the placenta for delivery. And there's so much more going on in there that I would need to dedicate an entire video to explaining in-depthly the birth process. So I wouldn't be afraid of the size. For me, I would be afraid of not having the support and control in my journey to be able to trust my body to do the job that it needs to do, with giving it the right amount of support as well.
Real birthday pictures. That's sometimes how the babies look like when they are just born. You might see that your baby has swollen eyes, flat nose. Some babies are born with this lanugo, which is extra
Baby hair.
but that goes away too.
It does?
Okay, it does.
Just do a little wax in the hospital room. There's like a waxer that comes around.
I love that.
This is what I look like.
She's so cute.
Like Benjamin Button.
She's so dang, I would love, she's so cute.
Not that cute.
She's lying. She freaking looked like a little Asian big-eyed baby that just deserves to be kissed.
You expose your baby to a very loud noise. Something falls on the floor. The baby was just like, woo. They do that. They wake themselves up. That's why we swaddle them. Because then we turn that off. Okay?
Okay,
do the swaddle
so
now.
let's talk about swaddling. So what she said is when the baby gets alarmed, their hands go up. The baby's still going to open their eyes. The baby's still going to wake up. And learning how to use motor functions, we teach our children. We decide what age they decide they want to get their milestones. When it should be, we allow them to choose their own milestones when their body naturally sees fit in the process. Swaddling babies can overheat. That is a part of SIDS. They talk about that, about having the house at a certain temperature. So I would do my research and I would find out what best suits me during my journey, because swaddling isn't for everybody. I'm not a fan of swaddling. I don't like to be cocooned up, even in I sleep as an adult. I just think about if I was sleeping as an adult and I didn't or wasn't able to use my hands, or something startled me and I'm pretty much, what do they do at the, what is those things called at the psychiatric, when they strap you up? I think that's what that reminds me of. I know, a straitjacket. That's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of the psych ward straitjackets. Anyway, let's listen to more what they have to say.
Why don't you try it first?
Or I can do it first.
No. Just let him mess up first, because he knows how to do this, which is why he didn't think we needed to come here.
You're gonna wrap this up, okay? Because you gotta get her feet. This is gonna come across, okay?
You did a good job.
Her feet are secure. Her arm is secure.
Yeah, it's gonna break.
This has to be tucked in somewhere.
I was gonna tuck this in right there.
That looks
Are you
good.
done now before we step in?
No, Mara.
Okay.
You're good?
That's wrong. Okay.
Okay, so let me just revise that. This
Yeah.
could work, okay? This could work.
100%.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me see you go. And now, I don't want to see you use my technique either.
I like to do it my way, which is a different step. I don't put the arm down right away.
All right, so we're gonna fast forward a little bit.
What is that good for that
That
you know?
really hurts.
It is kind of normal to have sore nipples in the beginning, to hurt a little bit, but you have
Nipples,
to see things
breastfeeding.
Do you
better.
have a nipple cover, like a protector? Do you
Yeah.
sell those here?
We have some.
And do they work?
They do work.
I wish I could have this. So I could be like,
Yes,
here you
go.
go.
Yes.
Somebody else's. What is this thing about pumping and dumping if I drink?
So what we recommend.
Being sore, having sore nipples, the possibility of it being painful. Yes, that is a possibility. But let's talk about other ways to alleviate that. A lot of times our struggle with the process of breastfeeding is because we have received a lot of other interventions that has hindered our body from going through the natural process and being able to breastfeed. With narcotics such as an epidural, it increases our risk of having needing extra support during the breastfeeding journey. It could hinder down or stop the breastfeeding journey if too much narcotics is in the system, because the narcotics does get to the baby. So breastfeeding, especially in the first phases and the beginning stages of learning how to breastfeed, it can be challenging, but there's also a lot of mothers who have stated and birthers who have stated that it was a breeze for them. It was something natural because babies actually naturally do a breast crawl. They actually feed themselves. They literally, if the mom is too tired, which doesn't really happen in natural birth because they have their own birth height anyway, but the babies crawl up to the boobies. And this pump and dump. Let's hear what they have to say about this. Let's listen to this pump and dump. What do you feel about pump and dump? Have you heard of it before?
For moms should have is 1 glass of wine. But there are in the market little sticks that you stick it in the milk and then you can test it to see if that's
1 glass of wine a day
Okay.
you can
But it
have.
takes 3 hours per glass of wine to get out of your system.
Kind of. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Is there a service to buy other women's like breast milk?
I mean, there is like black
What?
market that I.
Okay, I'm about to be shady because shade needs to be served in this, all of this. Pump and dump, for one. Do not, I repeat, do not throw away or dump your breast milk. The body is smart enough to reduce the amount of milk that the baby is receiving or that you are pumping in order to make sure that toxins do not go into your milk. It is less than 2% of toxins that go into breast milk, statistically tested. If you were drunk, on your behind, inebriated, and you were to breastfeed your baby will be getting nothing but the good nutrients. Same thing if you were drunk and you go to the bathroom. What happens? You retain all of the, you know what I'm saying, all the toxins, and you pee out the healthy water. It does not change when you start breastfeeding. Again, you can get drunk. Again, you do not have to dump your breast milk. And no, that's shady as heck what she said. There is not a black market for breast milk. There are breast donors who do give out breast milk, and breast milk should be the first line of defense for children. Commonly, we are told that formula is a second best option. That is not true. The second best option would be donor milk, and there are plenty of donors. And the milk, I could go into depth on this. The milk from anybody's breast that are breastfeeding, it is tailored to the baby's saliva. So if you breastfed some random kid, your breast would supply that kid exactly what they need, because that's how in tune your body is. Please do not pump and dump. Please do not believe that it's a black market to get breast milk. We must start being open about this. Did you know breastfeeding is actually legal in all 50 states, and it's illegal to tell somebody to cover up or to move? Don't get me started on this. Let's finish watching.
No way. You have to be kidding.
I'm not.
What are those strips?
Go around this store now and then, see if you need anything.
What's this?
Yes.
This is the first time that I've actually been in a baby store. Like,
really?
for myself.
You need to buy something.
I can't really compartmentalize the idea of having a baby and put it on the back burner anymore, because it's becoming more and more real to me every single day, every single week. Now I'm having to face it.
That one is a newborn size.
Where does it say that? And I am terrified of giving birth.
Yes, lots of toys.
Giving birth is only one tiny story. It's only one day, or, you know, it's only a one-day thing, or no matter how long it lasts, like whether some women have predominant labor. When we talk about the fear surrounding birth, why is that fear there? Why is that the most common area to have a fear? It's during childbirth, when actuality, our body does the entire job for us. I would be afraid if I was responsible for doing it myself. But my body is going to actually tell me what to do. My body actually is going to tell me, like it does any other time when something's wrong. That's amazing. I wouldn't fear what my body's already been programmed, as it's been building this baby to do. Everything, it automatically knows. Like, this is just, I don't know how else to say this.
That you
Just
put
do
on
it.
your nipple.
Yeah, then it doesn't hurt me.
No,
No
not as
sponsorship from them, though.
Where's the milk tester for acidity? Trust we're gonna
yes.
use
Acidity,
everything
the
along.
milk
I
tester.
will get that. Yes.
That's such a scam. Don't waste your money.
Oh, do you enjoy that talk?
Yeah, the class. Yeah, I had a little.
Ah!
Like 16 years younger than me.
Shady May, did you learn anything? Ah!
And I have friends who like have
Yeah, it's
no
already-
business having kids.
He's like, yeah, no, I had friends. I had my whole life. For reals, though.
Thank you guys. No problem. Yes.
Did you learn anything? Hopefully you learned more from me.
I'll be back for more nipple pad.
Nipple pads are lifesavers, not nipple shields.
Well, that was fun.
To me, I don't know. It just seems all so obvious. Honestly, I wonder. I'm like, yo, how long have people been having babies? And all those babies are alright.
What did I just say?
And without breastfeeding, they're all right.
No.
Oh, really?
If you can't
Without breastfeeding, they are
I
alright.
completely understand the idea that
Some women don't want to.
Okay, well, I'm against that. And I'm sure there's a lot of women who are against it too. I'm just thinking, if you have the innate ability to breastfeed and the kid latches, why would you want the best for your baby?
Whoa, pause. Can we say that again? If you have the ability to breastfeed, and you're doing it out of sole purpose of you not wanting to do it, you should reevaluate why you want kids. I agree with him wholeheartedly. His logic was super logical and super simple. As human beings, we were biologically built for the person that's birthing to sustain the baby after they come out. Just because you've had the baby doesn't mean the baby doesn't require all of your support. So his answer was spot on. I truly think that it is selfish to not get ourselves the support that we need in order to help us to continue this journey for the healthiness and the best outcome for our family. We do ourselves a disservice when we don't provide the best option. And this is no shame to people that formula, but if you knew that you had the option of breastfeeding or getting donor's breast milk in place, which is the only milk that is tailored for human beings. So even breastfeeding and or chest feeding and consuming milk, the person that's chest feeding and breastfeeding, they can pass that on to their children. Children get allergies and develop that. And that is a common, issue that's happened in breastfeeding. So if we can provide the best beginning of life, and we understand that when we make a commitment to go on the childbearing journey, that we get ourselves together first, so that way we can provide the best options. I feel like that, like Matt said, is the best thing you can do for your kid.
Anyways,
What?
nothing.
No, be honest, why?
Because formulas are good too.
No, not. The physical connection, the things you get from breast milk, it's just like, if you can do it, if you can't do it, of course, that's rough. I get it.
The physical connection, the bond is crazy.
What else did you learn?
And have you ever read the back of formula? I encourage you. Read the back of formula. Look it up. Find out what you're actually feeding your child. Like I said, I can guarantee you, in breast milk, we know that it gives over a million antibodies a day in breastfeeding. It's that type of good. It's that type of real. That they're using breast milk to help with cancer patients. They're using breast milk to help build immune system and HIV patients. They're using breast milk to help further other people who are sick and in ailments. So if that has that type of power, imagine the disservice that we're doing to our kids by not at least trying to get that support and to take that journey seriously.
I learned I gotta watch you when you swaddle the child.
Hi. I just came from a baby 101 class.
Oh, how's that?
Well, breastfeeding with the whole epidural combo, I'm just like, I don't know what I want to do yet. All I know is that I just need Matt to silencio and give me a little bit of space so I can figure that out.
Fortunately, that's the road you'll go down where they just don't get it. So you do what's best for you.
Yeah.
Let's explore that. What is it that he doesn't get? Because I feel like the conversation was definitely very informative on both sides. I understood what she was saying about not wanting to do it, but also understood the importance that he was trying to stress about that is the optimal start of your family. And I think he does get that. And I think he does understand that. And I think we don't give men enough credit in this situation because they are just as important. The decision definitely belongs to the birther, but I feel like having these type of conversations, because this person is going to be in your birth environment, is vital and key to understanding. And yes, it is stressful, and I don't want to take any of that away from Shay. I don't want y'all to think that I'm not sympathizing with the process, because it's stressful. But I think what the most stressful that I learned is that all of these opportunities to continue the natural process is not given, which makes it stressful as well.
I just need to figure out a way to get Matt to understand a little bit more about how this actually feels and the struggle that it is.
But that's the thing, like, he'll probably never get it.
Right. What are you doing?
Nothing. What's up?
Okay, so I've been thinking a lot about this birth plan.
Yeah.
Birth
I
plan.
feel like we need to be more on the same page with this.
Agreed.
We're on the same page.
Same
You
page.
say no epidural, I say epidural.
Am I partial to no epidural? Yes. Why? Because I'm a hypochondriac. I'm afraid of drugs. My mom didn't use an epidural. Lizzie didn't. I meet women all the time who didn't choose to use epidural.
Would you get a root canal without
I
any
love
drugs?
that analogy.
But it's true. It's like you're in excruciating
Who gave you
pain,
the root
and
canal
I'm
analogy?
holding the medicine.
Who gave her the root canal analogy? I'm with Matt on this. Who gave you this? It's like saying, so oxytocin is the love hormone. It's like saying that giving your child is excruciating pain. That's what we've been told. That's very inaccurate. There are other birthers that have quite a lot of different stories. And that analogy is a horrible, psychologically manipulative analogy to use. That one and a lot of other ones that are used to give a sense of similarity about pain. Don't be fooled, people. Don't be fooled.
Then like this, and I'm like, you could have it, and it wouldn't do any harm, but you don't want it. Do you want to be a fighter? Fight through it.
A root canal's not.
Do you want to be a fighter? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So if you decide that you want to allow your body to do the process, you have people out in this world thinking that you want to be a fighter. Like, that's just...
comparable because you're not born to go through a root canal. As a woman, your body is genetically engineered to give birth.
He better preach!
Next time you can do this.
I would love to, honey.
He would...
Oh, you would love to?
Love to.
You'd love
Thank
to know
you.
what it's like?
The miracle of
Would
birth.
you love to know what it's like?
The miracle of it, because it definitely is a miracle. All the drugs that we talk about during birth, actually our body makes them. Did you know that? Did y'all actually know that? That the drugs that you're trying to get synthetically put into you, your body is smart enough to make it. Because if birth was that bad, do you think people would still keep rehabbing babies?
This is a 30-pound weight.
I love this. I love this.
On this hike, and you
They're going on a hike and he's going to wear it. I love this.
Before we put that on, though, we're going to put on these little guys.
I think that's a TENS machine. So a TENS machine is like a fake machine that simulates a contraction. But being kicked should not be as painful. Yes, it does get tight, but majority of times I've heard discomfort but not pain with a kick.
Wearing this out in public.
I think this is a great thing to do. I think if anybody can do this and to give men an option or understanding process of what really goes on when you're walking around with a bowling ball in between your legs.
Let me see it. Let me see it. No. Let me see this thing. Do you know how to work this?
Now, let's put this on.
Do you know how to work this?
This is crazy.
Yeah, well, so
Yeah.
is this.
This is crazy.
This should be meant for every guy that's going through this.
I just really loathe how everybody makes birth and pregnancy seem like a punishment. I mean, I guess I can kind of understand that because, I mean, if you think about it, society makes us feel like we're handicapped. So, kind of get it, but don't get it.
You're crazy.
Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, Runyon Canyon Park. I went there for my birthday. What was that, 2017?
Just forgot about Angel.
That was so much fun.
Good girl.
Should I just put my hands like this? Some women gain 70 pounds, don't they?
That's true.
You could have got me a 70-pound.
Then you would have complained that we really weren't equal.
I truly
because
hope
now I
to
got
be
one
a
that was way more
30-pound,
than what I was.
20-pound
Wow.
person.
You put
That's
boobs on
freaking
me.
amazing.
I'm not putting a penis on you.
He has a point.
This is Ow!
Enough. Honestly, less talking, more
That's
walking.
right. Stop the complaining.
It just kicked. It just kicked me too. I want you to feel the exact same sensation that I'm feeling.
The dog looks exhausted too.
I felt it. This was great.
No. We're not done yet. We have way more hike to do. Come on.
Way more hiking to do.
Come on. Keep it moving.
Oh, get it. Twerk, baby, twerk.
What do you think about changing the floors in the house?
I don't think about that. We're
I don't
about
think
to
about
have a
that
baby
either,
in 2
but I
months,
do
and then you
want
wanna
to
redecorate
change
the
my
whole
floors in my house.
Your mom is losing it.
Thanks for watching, guys. Like, subscribe, follow, ask questions. I have Instagram, YouTube. All of that will be down in the description box. Subscribe will be up here somewhere. I don't know where I'm going to put it at, but I'm excited. Follow me on my journey. This is the first of many to come. Over and out.